Still running out of time on the SAT? Then this video is for you. Here are the best tips and tricks that work for me. I myself scored over 1500 on the SAT, and I believe that these are the ways I didn't run out of time on the test. I'm going to give a few tips and tricks on how to complete each module in time, and let's go. I believe for someone to, save time on the test, you need to understand how the test works. So I'm sure most of you know this, but just to summarize, if you do well on the first part, the second part gets harder. So what you need to do is save time on the easier questions. So the time the SAT will not try to trick you, which I thought that it was always trying to trick me. So I used to waste a lot of time on the easier questions. Don't do that. If you know this, just mark it. There's a button where you can come back for review. So click on that and, come back later just to check through it. But don't waste your time on easy questions. Most of the times, the answer is very straightforward and you choose that answer and be done with it. Don't second guess yourself. Like if you think this is the answer, that's the answer. If you have even the slightest bit of doubt, then like I said, use the mark for review button. But either way, do not second guess yourself. If you think that's the answer, that should be the answer. Believe in yourself. If you are stuck on a question, let's say you cannot do this at the timing, you're panicking or whatever, don't do that. Move on. Click on mark for review, skip it, and then come back on it after you do all the questions. Use the process of elimination. Don't always think that this is the right answer and that would be it. Instead, if you can't figure out the right answer, cross out the wrong ones. There's also a tool for that where you can just cross out the answer. Do that. Also, don't leave any questions blank because there's no negative marking, so do each and every question. On practice test, there's an option where you can start the second module early. Don't do that because I used to do that and it didn't help because I got confused on the real test and that can happen to you. So treat the practice test as a real test. Now I'm gonna tell you how to do better on each section time-wise. For the reading and writing, I'll say first start with the grammar questions. Do not get stuck on the reading ones. They are supposed to be tough, they are supposed to be confusing, and they're supposed to be bulky. So don't waste your time on those first, because sometimes what will happen is you used up most of your time on the reading section, and even though the grammar questions were easier, you couldn't finish them because you wasted your time in the reading part. So I'd say start with number 15, or I think it's 14, 13, 15, around that. Start with those questions. I feel like some people find the specific reading questions easier. Do those first. Any question you find easier personally, do them first. Then come back to the hard ones, because the harder ones are obviously going to take much more time than the easier ones. So leave the hard ones for last. Now for math. Math is also same, but since math doesn't have a specific that grammar or reading, what you can do is look at the question, scan through it. If you think that you can do it really fast and it's easy for you, do it. If you think that I might get confused or this is a longer question, come back to it later on. Start with the easy ones first and then come back to the harder ones. That would be the best strategy I can recommend, which is what I use myself. Now, the SAT is all about scores and marks. Nobody cares if you use the calculator or not. Nobody cares if you use Desmos or not. So use them. Those are tools that will help you out a lot. Even the simplest calculations, I used a calculator because I didn't want to double check my calculations because that will waste a lot of time. And Desmos, I know there are, in the math section, there's a lot of finding out equations, there's a lot of finding out intersecting points, solving equations. Do that on Desmos. It's much, much easier. Trust me, it's better for visualizing, it's better for everything. And you can confirm that, this is the right answer when you do it on your calculator or on Desmos. Now, I have seen that a lot of people recommend to get rid of the clock on the test. Which comes on your screen, but I would recommend keep it on because on my practice test, when I kept it off, kept it out of my sight, I always lost time, because you just need to be accountable so you can see the time and know that where you are. So I would recommend keep the clock on and make sure you are pacing yourself, make sure you are well within time. And I think those are the tips and tricks that really helped me with timing on the SAT. If this helped you out at all, please let me know in the comments. If there are any other topics or issues you have with the SAT, please let me know. Then I'll make a few more videos. I'm also giving out personalized help until June because college doesn't start until September. So comment down below and I'll send you my email or something and we'll figure it out, because I really just want to help anybody who's going through the same things I did. So good luck. You've got this. Believe in you.